Stephen Harper made an unannounced visit to Iraq today. The Prime Minister is en route to Europe for ceremonies marking the end of the Second World War. But today was a show of support for Canada's current role in the fight against ISIS. Harper met with the Iraqi leader in Baghdad, then traveled along with the defense minister close to the front lines where Canadians are training Kurdish forces. Tom Perry reports from Erbil.
It was a visit cloaked in secrecy. Prime Minister Stephen Harper landed in Baghdad today, his visit kept under tight wraps for the sake of security. Harper flew by helicopter to Baghdad's heavily fortified Green Zone to a meeting with Iraqi Prime Minister Haider al-Abadi. They discussed the crisis consuming this country, the rise of the Islamic State, or ISIS.
You can be sure that we will continue to work with you going forward.
From Baghdad, it was off to Erbil in northern Iraq. Harper was met by Kurdish leaders whose fighters on the ground are trying to hold back the Islamic State's advance. Canada has been training the Kurds to be more effective soldiers. Harper met with both trainers and students to get a first-hand look at the frontier they hope to control. Just a few months ago, this was the front line between Kurdish Peshmerga forces and ISIS militants. Today, with the help of Canadian trainers, the Kurds have managed to push ISIS about 7 kilometers back that way. But the Kurds know ISIS is still there. The Kurds may be learning from the Canadians, but their relationship has been tested by the death of Sergeant Andrew Doiron, killed by Kurdish fighters in a friendly fire incident. Today, Harper could offer no new information about Doiron's death, but had nothing but praise for Canada's Kurdish allies.
This was a terrible tragedy. We'll get the facts, but let it not obscure, frankly, the respect I think we should have for the Kurdish fighters.
There was a humanitarian element to Harper's visit. Canada announced $139 million for projects to help some of the millions of people forced from their homes by violence in Iraq and Syria. The money will help provide food, clean water, and health care to those seeking shelter, not just in those two countries, but in Lebanon, Jordan, and others. The trip was, above all, though, a chance for Harper to show support for a mission his government has championed and the opposition has rejected, all in the lead-up to a federal election. Tom Perry, CBC News, Erbil, Northern Iraq.